Shaquille O'Neal is the most dominant force I have ever seen in the history of basketball. I only got tapes of Will Chamberlain. I saw Shaquille O'Neal.
He has been the most dominant player in the history of the game of basketball, period. Like, Shaq physically was the most dominant player we have ever seen.
Block shots, and Shaq's got 29 points. The pass to Shaq, he's got 31 points, excuse me.
They tried to stop him with muscle. No chance. They tried speed. Didn't work. They tried numbers, double teams, triple teams, even fouling him on purpose with HackAShaq. Nothing could stop him. When Shaquille O'Neal burst into the NBA in 1992, he didn't just play basketball, he shattered its limits. He bent the game to his will, rewriting what it meant to be a big man in a league that thought it had seen it all. At 7 feet 1 inch and over 300 pounds, Shaq wasn't just a center, he was a force of nature. A towering giant with the agility of a guard and the charisma of a rock star. He didn't just dominate, he overwhelmed. Backboards cracked under the sheer power of his dunks. Insert clip of Shaq's 1993 backboard-breaking dunk. Even the toughest defenders looked helpless, like props in a one-man show. Shaq wasn't just playing the game. He was redefining dominance in a league that had celebrated big men like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, and Hakeem Olajuwon, but had never witnessed one like this. Never one who made every slam feel like a personal challenge. Try to stop me. Before Shaq, the big man archetype was about finesse. Kareem's graceful skyhook, Hakeem's dizzying dream shake, Wilt's blend of speed and power. Shaq brought something raw, something primal. He didn't aim to outsmart you, he aimed to overpower you. Contact wasn't an obstacle, it was his canvas. If you stood between him and the basket, you weren't defending, you were surviving. Fans in Orlando's arenas in the early 90s buzzed with awe, whispering about the rookie who seemed to defy physics, dunking with a force that sent shockwaves through the crowd. But Shaq's game wasn't all brute strength. He had a soft touch around the rim, a slick drop step, and footwork that was criminally underrated. He could finesse a hook shot or spin past a defender when he chose to. He understood spacing, sealed defenders with precision, and delivered pinpoint passes when double-teamed. His basketball IQ matched his size. He could dance in the paint with elegance or demolish it with fury. Most times, he chose fury. Insert clip of Shaq's spinning dunk over David Robinson. During his peak, Shaq was an unsolvable puzzle. Teams redesigned rosters just to contain him. Coaches built entire game plans around slowing him down. The HackAShaq strategy, intentionally fouling him to force free throws, wasn't a clever tactic. It was a plea for mercy. Defenders and fans alike could only watch as Shaq powered through, grinning as if the chaos was all part of the fun. He wasn't just winning, he was enjoying the destruction. Shaq's early years with the Orlando Magic were a glimpse of the storm to come. As a rookie, he overpowered veterans, leading a young team to the 1995 NBA Finals against Houston. He battled Hakeem Olajuwon, holding his own against one of the game's greatest. But it was in Los Angeles, alongside a rising Kobe Bryant, that Shaq cemented his legend. From 2000 to 2002, the Lakers were unstoppable. 3 straight championships, 3 straight Finals MVPs for Shaq. Insert slow-mo clip of Shaq's 2000 Finals dunk over Portland. His 2000 season was a masterpiece. 29.7 points, 13.6 rebounds, 3 blocks per game, shooting 57%. Numbers told part of the story, but the real impact was the fear he struck in opponents. The psychological weight of facing a man who was bigger, stronger, and relentless, unstoppable once he got the ball near the rim. The Lakers dynasty wasn't just Shaq's power, it was his gravity. Defenses collapsed on him, leaving shooters open. Kobe's acrobatic scoring thrived in the space Shaq created. But their partnership wasn't always smooth. Their feud, driven by clashing egos and different approaches, Shaq's laid-back dominance versus Kobe's obsessive drive, became the talk of the league. Tensions boiled over in practice, shouting matches and public jabs. By 2004, the partnership ended in a bitter split with Shaq traded to Miami. Yet their legacy endured. Years later, Kobe reflected, Shaq was the most dominant force I ever saw. We pushed each other to greatness. Their rivalry fueled 3 titles, and Shaq's presence defined that golden era. Shaq's impact stretched far beyond the court. He was a cultural titan, larger than life. He starred in Pepsi and Reebok ads, played a genie in Kazaam, and dropped a platinum rap album, Shaq Diesel. He wasn't just a big man. He was the man with a personality that filled arenas and living rooms. Fans loved his infectious laugh and playful swagger, whether he was dunking or dancing in pre-game warm-ups. His charisma showed centers they could be more than supporting acts. He paved the way for modern bigs like Joel Embiid to build brands, not just stats. Shaq's dominance reshaped the NBA in unexpected ways. His presence skewed expectations for the next generation. Teams chased the next Shaq, drafting size over skill. Players like Michael Olowokandi and Kwame Brown picked high in hopes of replicating a one-of-a-kind force. But Shaq wasn't just tall, he was singular. His soft hands, quick feet, and game sense couldn't be taught. You could scout height, but you couldn't scout Shaq. His style also signaled the twilight of the traditional post-up center. As Shaq's prime waned, the NBA shifted toward pace, space, and three-point shooting. Stretch bigs and pick-and-pop centers replaced paint-bound giants. Shaq didn't just rule the low block, he locked it behind him. Fans watching in the late 2000s noticed the change, lamenting the absence of players who could dominate the paint like Shaq. The classic center became a relic, not because post play was outdated, but because no one could match his sheer force. Even in his later years, Shaq's presence carried weight. In Miami, he won a 2006 championship with Dwyane Wade, playing a less explosive but still crucial role. Insert clip of Shaq's alley-oop in 2006 finals. His stints in Phoenix, Cleveland, and Boston showed his adaptability, though he was no longer the focal point. Yet his aura demanded respect. Teammates and opponents alike felt the shadow of his prime, a reminder of the titan he'd been. Off the court, Shaq's humor became his calling card. On TNT's Inside the NBA, he birthed ShaqtinAFool, a segment showcasing hilarious bloopers with his booming laugh. Insert clip of Shaq laughing at a ShaqtinAFool moment. Viral moments, like his dance-offs with Charles Barkley or his BBQ chicken jabs at weaker defenders, kept him in the spotlight. His authenticity made him a fan favorite, bridging the gap between his playing days and the modern game. He mentored young bigs like Embiid and Nikola Jokic, offering praise and tough love, though none could replicate his raw physicality. Today's NBA still hungers for size, but no one dominates like Shaq did. Not Embiid's finesse, not Jokic's playmaking, not Giannis Antetokounmpo's versatility. They're brilliant, but Shaq's brand of dominance, sustained, physical, terrifying, was unique. He forced rule changes, like reinforced rims to withstand his dunks. He sparked weight room revolutions. He made general managers rethink roster construction. His legacy isn't just 4 rings or the 2000 MVP. It's the awe he inspired, the fear he instilled. Every trembling backboard, every overmatched defender, every dunk that shifted the game's momentum carries his echo. Shaq didn't just redefine the big man, he gave the position a face, a voice, a body that defied physics and grinned doing it. He made centers the main attraction, not for a season, but for a decade. When Shaq stepped on the court, you didn't watch the game, you watched him. Every possession, every dunk, he was basketball's gravitational center. So, let's hear it. Could Shaq dominate in today's small ball era? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're reading every one. If Shaq's unstoppable legacy fired you up, hit that subscribe button and join DunkCourt for more NBA legends, rivalries, and moments that changed the game. Shaq didn't just play basketball, he made it his. Let's keep that vibe alive.